I'm sorry, auntie. Bitch. I know I'm not that
I mean,
old.
but if you think about it, the kids in college today are born in like what, 02, 04?
06.
06?
Somebody got
Oh,
06.
That's right.
On
18, yeah, plus. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, these kids are born damn near when we started high school. Because I started high school in 07.
Yeah, we did in 07.
Yeah, 07.
08.
Yeah, so, damn, these folks just not being born, boy. That shit crazy.
Born in the 1900s, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, when people read our bios, when we get old, they're like, Garrison Warren, born in 1993.
Oh, my God.
Like, what?
And we over here like,
What you mean?
I mean,
like, that's normal.
Yeah.
do you not know your grandma was born in 1960s?
All right.
60, 50.
Shit, my grandma born in 1935.
Yes, ma'am.
Still here. FDR was president when she was born.
That's amazing.
That's a blessing. For real.
World War II didn't even start yet. She done seen Kennedy get assassinated, MLK,
Hey, she got stories.
Malcolm X,
COVID.
all that.
Everything.
Trump.
Recessions.
Yeah.
Recession.
So,
Inflation.
yeah. she done seen a lot. And
That's why they be over it, okay?
Yeah.
80 something, 90 something, they be like, just get me somewhere, okay? Just,
I do like talking to the more seasoned people though, just asking them like, so like how was it when Dr. King got shot? Well, it was a lot of, turmoil. I ffelt sad at first, and it was like just hearing it live from someone who's there.
Through.
You're
We
like,
pushed
yo,
through.
it's crazy. So,
all we can do is keep going.
well,
Literally, it's all you can do now.
yeah. But anywho, welcome to the G Talk podcast. I am joined by the last of the real.
For real.
So soon.
The last of the real. You hear me? Hello?
Hello? Amen.
Amen.
Red shirt.
I'm here with class of 2011. I got Marilyn Diggs to the right of me. What's going on?
Hey.
This your first time on?
No.
That's right. Yeah.
It's been years.
Listen, it's been so long. Look, we've been doing this thing 5 years.
Yeah.
And Southern played it back, which was crazy. What? We had a rat in the band. We had a leak. Nobody just randomly
Had
played.
to.
Been so long. Oh yeah, we got that too. Like nobody just had
And
it.
played the part again after the tuba break on our ass.
Yeah.
I literally just found that video. I was like, what is the name of that song? We got cranked on.
Yeah. But also too, you heard her voice, but we got Tiffany in the building. What's going on, Tiffany?
Good morning. It's morning somewhere.
I
Everywhere.
I remember everybody say good morning. And then, even our freshman year, everyone always wore them shades, like the Ray-Ban shades.
Yeah, we did too.
Like,
Early in the morning though.
yeah.
What you on in the
We wore them
morning?
at nighttime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What y'all doing at 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
with shades
Never
on?
went to sleep.
Good times.
Who?
You know what? The worst trip ever,
Sometimes.
though? That trip to Canton, Ohio, our freshman year.
I'll think about the same plantation. I might say, please don't.
Well, that was the second one.
That was the second one.
So it wasn't as bad because at least it was upperclassmen and could just do stuff. But
True.
that Hall of
Kids-
Fame trip,
That was our first trip.
that was horrible.
I mean, it started really bad because we was already there a month early.
A month.
Than
Yep.
normal.
month.
Pre-drill. Then
Yeah.
nobody warned us about how long we were going to be marching.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. And,
Sweat.
that was when we had to take the steps.
Do you remember changing clothes?
Yes.
In the
Don't
hot
even remind me. Because
bathroom.
that was the nastiest thing ever.
Just imagine
Like,
a sweaty.
After the uniform, put on some dress clothes.
No
You in
wipes.
sweaty uniforms.
And we freshmen, so we not even prepared. We didn't even know.
Putting on stockings.
I mean, upperclassmen wasn't prepared either, but
Yeah.
in heels.
The
and
first
we the only
thing.
ones in the stadium dressed up.
Suits.
Yeah.
and ties.
The first thing Andrew Henry ever said to me, he said, "Hey man, take this to room 17 or whatever. It was on 17th floor." And I'm like,
We couldn't take the elevator.
nigga, like you got a garment bag, a duffel bag. and
Over 50 pounds.
I gotta take this up. Like, yeah, that was.
You want me to walk 17 flights?
I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know how when you start something and then when you get into it, you like, yo, do I really want this?
Is this meant?
It was several
for me?
times where I contemplated that band scholarship. Like,
Oh no.
I'm like, maybe I just go back to Claim State or something. like, you know what?
I'm sorry.
You know what? But
I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
man. And I'm always telling this story, but I remember I met Marilyn at orientation. Marilyn thought she had it in the bag. I was like, so have you been practicing? You been working out? She was like,
girl power.
I got it. Whatever. I'm like, this little uppity girl right here.
I was definitely
I'm
uppity.
telling you, this little uppity girl ain't gonna make it. Like, I literally had zero faith
He's
in
talking
Marilyn.
about me, guys.
Yes, I'm talking about you.
You know.
But like when you think about it now, it's like,
yes.
girl,
From the
you
outside
was
looking in.
you was a little overconfident.
Yes, I was. Just
You
fine.
said, I got this.
And I did it crying and all the way through.
Man, I remember one upperclassman, Brookshaw, goddamn, literally hates me in front of my parents.
Wow.
You got them black shorts on. Where you think you at, Jackson? I looked at my mom like, all right, Mom, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Run.
Man, I remember we had to come get y'all ass at Wilson every morning during pre-drill. Jesus.
Walk the ladies.
It was like, hurry up.
The AOB taught you manners no matter what you wanted.
We don't want to be late.
You was going to be respectful to women no matter what.
But do you remember when we was all passed out in the lobby in Wilson?
Oh yeah.
Because it was so close to the field.
Yes.
Yeah, that was our meeting
the nap
ground.
zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what, y'all? The real thing that was crazy to me was when we ran to the blue track. It rained. Oh gosh. E. Kelly like, hurry up. Y'all got 10 or 7 minutes.
7.
The stairs take 5.
Yeah,
What was it, like 13 flights?
Yeah, those stairs were steep too.
Very steep.
Steep. But
Getting soaked. For those of you who don't know, the blue track.
speaking
To
of
the
Mary,
bedroom?
you got your inside
For those
outside
of you
voice.
who don't know, the blue track. I ain't talking about that new thing y'all march on. The blue track.
Yeah, that field came 2014 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they practice now, but yeah, we was on the blue track.
Running from there all the way to the piano chords.
It wasn't real unless your
That's the
white shoes
PAC.
turned blue.
Yeah.
It's a long run.
But and I always tell people, like, anytime I run into any of our classmates who just made it through the whole, freshman year,
No matter what,
respect.
we commend you.
I'm like, respect. Every time I see Jessica Spencer, I'm like, my nigga, what up? Because, she be part of her own stuff, but she's still, like, in the city. I'm like, Jess, what up?
That's one band person who said, fuck the band. Like, you would not know she was in the band.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
literally,
Not
like,
at all.
out of practice, she in her clothes going to the party. And we like, well,
That's just
we was
cool.
off to other places.
Hey, but, she...
Yeah, right. We had other places
Hey,
to
she
be,
made
guys.
it.
I look up to her because that's partying while you still working in band. Like, that was not normal.
Yeah. Rania.
Claps.
Who else? Marvin.
Jigglypuff.
Oh,
She did make it, didn't she?
she did make
Yeah,
it.
She made
all
it.
the way up. So,
I
yeah.
was surprised. Now that's where you should
She
be
made it through a
surprised at,
semester.
Not me.
Yeah,
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, remember Jeremiah number 2?
Oh,
I remember when he came back, we was like, what?
Please don't get me started on that.
Oh, my goodness.
We had a whole
Look,
thing
that
on
man-
That was crazy.
and thought he was part of us when he came back.
Yeah, we
it's
was
so
I
like,
mean,
like, every
you
time I
know.
see him, like, hey, Marilyn, what's up? I'm like, nigga, I really
We
don't
aristocrats.
fuck with
Nah, we aristocrats. What you is?
yeah.
you. Go away.
Nigga, was that sophomore year or was the year after when he
I think
came
it was
back?
like, yeah, the year after.
So, okay,
Junior.
so it was our junior year. Yeah. He came back and we
Like,
was
I'm part of y'all, not really start over.
Yeah. But if you really look back at who we marched with some like legends.
Oh, yeah.
For
Lawrence,
sure.
Tim. I still see Tim every day.
Yeah, shout out to
he
Tim.
He be at the he still work at the pub, Germantown pub, and like every time he come, he be like, Garrison, what's going on, man? I'm like, what's up?
I
man?
appreciate him because he recognized the women in my section.
Yeah.
It's mostly men, but it was like, you gonna carry her shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all gonna carry my shit.
There's no women in the trombone section.
Yeah,
Fuck
we-
God. I was okay.
We still went first in everything, of course. They
Please
took care
carry
of us.
my euphonium.
But still.
We marched with some quality folks, and even despite them being, them like hazing us or pledging us, whatever, they all still show love though.
Definitely.
Like, it was like
always giving advice.
like we're just like damn, but then they was like, man, come on,
like
like
be
do this,
real.
man. Like,
Like,
come on. So thankful for our experience, and just kind of fun to reminisce.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't change it.
13 years later,
never. It's been 13?
yeah, since
You
our
wasn't supposed
freshman
to
year.
say that now.
Yeah, matter of fact, around this time,
Yeah.
because homecoming, it
later.
was supposed to be November 5th, but then they pushed that shit back to November 12th. We was just like, damn it. 'Cause that's an extra week. Yeah. But, yeah, 13
You got
years
through.
later.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was when Group Me just came out.
Nigga, we made it.
Group Me came a long way.
Group Me has.
Well, it's kind of funny, though, because we really had to, like, call each other
Yes.
and tell, like, where you at?
Hey, we're outside.
We outside.
I remember when I first like getting Group Me notifications. Remember, it was if you didn't have an app, it was a text message saying
It
so
was
and
a
so said
text.
so and so, and you're thinking like, what the hell is this? And
Like,
then,
just get the app.
yeah. So, but anywho, let's just jump to the news week real quick. We don't really have too many topics, but as y'all know, the election is next Tuesday. So
Oh, here we go.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just ready for this to be over.
Yes.
I'm just ready for the
Yes.
text messages to stop.
Man, them folks going ham.
Cause
Garrison, we need you. I'm like, okay, I already voted.
did you know if you put Trump in,
Come
no.
with us to knock on door to door. Like, did I just block you?
Sir, I don't know
Yeah.
you.
I already voted. Please.
This number is not
Leave me
safe.
alone.
Yeah, so by the
Don't look
time
me up on the website.
by the time you hear this, there'll be a new president a new president elect.
Right.
Because Joe Biden is still in office. For those who don't know.
Right. Grandpa is still here, guys.
Right.
Hey, I just want to say, you can't complain if you don't vote. It just
That's
doesn't
it.
make sense.
Don't talk to me.
I don't want to
Yeah.
hear your mouth about anything. Because the first thing I'm going to say is, did you vote?
You
If
don't,
you
you
say
don't
no,
have to ask them. All you got to do is look them up. What is it, the website?
Oh.
Getmyfriendvote.org.
It's a website?
It's a
for that?
website.
Oh.
You can look, like, as long as you know your friend first and last name and about their age range, you can look up
But
if they voted.
what's
Like,
funny is y'all like really act like y'all didn't know.
I didn't know. I just found out like 2 days ago. I was watching
But honestly,
some video
it's been
on Instagram.
commercials on TV the
I
entire
don't be
time.
watching TV, girl.
Well, we see who don't have a life over here.
Oh,
I saw that on
Busy.
social media earlier this week, but I didn't know if it was true. 'Cause, you see
It's real.
stuff, but
Yeah, I can't
I
believe
just had
everything.
to test it out to see if it was real. It's real.
okay. Speaking of, last weekend I was actually in Atlanta. I went to Spellhouse for the first time.
Oh, how was that?
For the first time, crazy enough, like my mom graduated from Spelman, my cousin Bakari graduated from Morehouse.
Okay, that's right.
My aunt graduated from Spelman, my great aunt from Spelman as well. But I just never been as an adult. I think we probably went there as kids, but I just really don't remember it. But
So you broke the generation by coming to TSU instead of Morehouse.
yeah,
Okay, congratulations.
plus I didn't want to stay in Atlanta. Like,
No,
that's the real-
me neither.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why
I just
never
wanted to
paid
get away.
attention. No offense to all the college and universities in Atlanta. I just didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
I wanted to leave.
yeah,
Only place I wanted to be was Morris Brown if it was open.
yeah. I mean,
that was the
granted,
only
yeah.
place in Atlanta.
And it's funny because that iconic video of them playing 400 Degrees was against TSU.
Yes.
Like, that is hilarious.
Look how the
That was
world
like
goes
2000, 2001, one of them. But Spellhouse was cool. It was cool. It was, your typical HBCU homecoming. Just with their tailgate, it was a little more regulated. I think you had to pay to get in, but I called my cousin because at first they wouldn't let people in, so we found a way and snuck in.
Finesse. That's that TSU way.
Whoa.
So yeah, that was cool. Yeah, shout out to Morehouse and Spelman. Shout out to the Pi chapter down there. That's one of our single letter chapters. In other news, the officer involved in the Breonna Taylor shooting was convicted of excessive force. So he will potentially be seeing jail time.
I think that's
Good
wonderful.
luck in jail,
Yeah.
sir.
And that whole
luck.
incident happened in 2020.
It's crazy how long it
4
just
years.
takes
Yeah.
to convict. I mean, anybody,
Yeah.
but I feel like they take longer when it comes to officers.
Oh yeah, yeah. They,
course.
depending on what it is, if it's like a minority or something, it's a heinous act. Oh, they convicting them next week.
Next week,
But
matter
certain
of fact,
stuff,
we already scheduled your
Yeah.
trial date.
Right.
Yeah.
You know you're going to jail. Don't even worry about it.
yeah. What's crazy? They have a trial date for Diddy already.
What?
It's like next May, but that's kind of soon.
That's soon.
But also,
like,
I mean, granted,
who did they
with the
skip over?
Well, I
situation-
mean, the allegation started like 2 years ago.
yeah, but
But
like,
still, think
even
of all the
still-
other cases that's still sitting
Yeah,
in file
like-
folders. Like,
Yeah, like Cause it's other folks who done some wild
They
stuff.
probably
and
arrange it by like money. I can
What,
see,
like-
I don't know.
Publicity type.
I think. I mean, granted, like yes, his acts were very dastardly, but when it comes to just like us
timing.
and them, you be like, dang,
The timing
like, how
of it
come
all.
we get convicted so quick versus like other people?
Like
So,
they said, the system was made for us,
Oh yeah,
which is
Yeah.
sad.
to control us.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, more to come on that. I guess sentencing will be later on. TGI Fridays is filed for bankruptcy.
You
I
know,
thought the TGI Fridays were all closed already.
Well,
it's like 2.
there are certain
I ain't
restaurants like
seen
that.
none.
Because even now, like, remember Logan's was a big thing here, but now it's only like maybe one in 100 Oaks and
I love Logan's.
another one like in Murfreesboro somewhere.
Those
but like
rolls,
they're like
guys.
few and far between.
The rolls.
Yeah,
The
The
rolls.
happy hour.
The happy
man,
hour.
the flights.
Yes.
But I think for us, it holds more meaning because
Yeah,
It's something we
that's
did
where we was there. We
Yeah,
was
before
there.
band practice.
I remember they had the 50-cent wings.
Man,
I remember Nicole got kicked out because we showed up late. We went to Logan's, man. We was lit. Had them flights, and I ain't gonna lie, Prop Mac being a little petty.
What's
I think she had her hand in her pocket while she was marching. He was like, "Oh, you got your hand in your pocket."
No, he was having one of his days.
And, I was just like, but he like yelled at me, but then kicked me out. But then he kicked Nicole out. So
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, he was having his day. You know.
But yeah, Fridays actually the one on West End it's not there no more. So Dollar General X now, but that one was near and dear to me because when I turned 21, that's where I first had my first drink at.
Aww.
I went out my department. It was like midday. There was just drinks just kept coming.
Was I there?
Nah, it was just me and the ag department at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was literally like noon. And it's crazy because we had some like presentation to go to later. I showed up, but I fell asleep.
I'm sure you were
I was asleep, put my head down.
litty.
Even for Cleveland 100, once we came out in 2013, our little after party was at Fridays.
Wow.
They're known for the appetizers.
You have near and dear spots for that place.
But I
And,
think like in Georgia, it's not.
Would they
that
be having
many.
the Jack Daniels menu, the little yeah. But Fridays off Mount Zion on the south side used to go up.
It's up.
Up and stuff. But I know like the one that was in Conyers closed down real quick.
Damn.
I mean, it maybe lasted a year after I moved out there.
Wow.
But people wasn't going.
Yeah, you know, it's
didn't
crazy
know.
because, you know, we hear our parents talk about old restaurants that used to be there. Now we're kind of living through that too. Shoot,
Oh,
remember
dang.
Ryan's?
Yes.
Remember Shoney's?
Yes. My daddy loved him some Ryans, okay?
Shoot, we used to kill after church.
That's why his only option now is Golden Corral. He would tear up some Golden Corral to this day.
I just cannot do any more buffets. I'm sorry.
Never again.
Yeah,
The
like,
band made us not want it.
Yeah, trauma now. Like it's,
It is trauma.
No facts. I have trauma from Garrison by himself though.
what?
When you try to do Fat
Was it Fat Five?
Well, I didn't try to. I
You
I
did.
didn't.
You
However,
did.
You did.
You right. You finished.
However, Ryan Gammons said, drink this Sprite. It'll help you out.
Man,
That shit accelerated it. When I went outside, blah.
it was so bad because everybody kept poking you. I'm like, oh man, he better
Yeah.
not get nothing on that uniform though.
Yeah, I had my spread my legs.
Like, whose idea
Lean over
was
like,
this? To just eat food like this.
Yeah, we actually did some dumb stuff.
Gluttony. This is terrible. This is a sin.
Remember when Austin did it? I think it was on the way down to Florida. I think it was like 2015, and we were going down, and Austin did it, and he threw up out the bus. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Pope baby.
but anyhow, shout out to TGI Fridays. Y'all had a good run, but just because they filed for bankruptcy doesn't mean they're gonna go out of
Exactly.
business.
Right, that's
Red
like Toys
Lobster
R Us.
did it. They
You know
turned
what I'm
around.
saying? Like either another business might acquire them, or you just never know. They might get some funding, or
And
who knows?
I
To
love
be real,
seeing
they not
Toys
gonna
R Us and
last.
Macy's.
Toys R Us and Macy's.
Yeah, because they filed bankruptcy.
But
They're
there's
like,
Toys R Us and Macy's.
yeah, they that's where they are now. Like that's where
Really?
their home base kind of comes from. Macy's.
Is it like outlet type?
No, I mean it's a small.
Broken
it's
Toys?
Like, it's like having a Sephora inside of JCPenney's. It's just
Okay.
a small toy store
Yeah, 'cause-
inside of Macy's. Most
Dang,
Macy's.
even Toys R Us, the one off Mount Zion, like that was a pivotal childhood memory. Like, we
Yes.
used to stay going there.
Oh yeah, no.
Going to Toys R Us was a treat.
You used to
Like
get bikes, Legos, and
you had
shit.
a good
like,
week. We get to go to Toys R Us and you get to play for like an hour.
Good times. And even with speaking of, well, I'm actually shocked because we had Old Charlie's, and there really ain't no more Old Charlie's like that either.
Oh no, Old Charlie's used to be my favorite
That's
restaurant.
what I'm saying. Like,
My mom, where you want to go for your birthday? Old Charlie's. Let me get the rolls.
shoot, even Applebee's. There's only like one Applebee's in Davidson County now.
Applebee's.
Wow.
Applebee's.
It's one off Thompson Lane, in 100 Oaks.
Applebee's fell off though.
It did. The one closest to me just closed actually.
The
Remember
ones
the
by
one-
me is
We used to
bad.
hit the one off Memorial Drive in Atlanta.
That
before.
one is still
Oh,
popping.
that one is
For
still
some reason that
popping.
one
because
won't close.
that one's like the club.
And it still is. I'm like, this place is surviving.
I mean, you get out.
And there's also one off 138 in Stockbridge. I'm not sure if that's still open, but yeah, before skating on Friday, because Golden Glide from like 11 to 3 or whatever. But yeah, we would meet up there, eat, pregame, Golden Glide. And, you know, the rest is history. But yeah, Nashville, there's only that one off Thompson Lane, and other than that, I don't know where any other Applebee's is.
They got the
around here.
$1 zombies. Oh wait, no, it's past Halloween. It's over.
It's Christmas time.
Merry Christmas.
But yeah, yes. Thanks, crazy. There's a lot of restaurants. Matter of fact, there's a Ruby Tuesday in
People still go there?
in Antioch,
They still exist too?
What?
and there's a Shoney's by the airport. So Shoney's did do a revamp. They have
Okay.
alcohol now,
Oh, okay. Trying to be a little diner?
but it's still not widespread, like at least in Davidson County. But
they doing trial
but
runs.
they did try to revamp it, bringing in like a bar or stuff like that. But
No white tea people.
They
They
testing it out.
they keeping them open.
the YNs. No, I'm just kidding. And lastly, Young Thug is free. He got
Yeah.
on a plea deal. Was it 15 years probation?
15 probation.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a long time.
That's a long
And have
time.
to do
but
community service.
Yes, he has to talk to the youth about talking about anti-gun violence or gang violence.
Just like
it
T.I.
was like 4 times a year. And he can't be in Atlanta proper. So
Yeah, can't be.
Oh,
in
well.
and he can still work with Gunna.
He requested that.
Yeah.
Gunna knew what he was doing.
Yeah, you know, but
It was
we live,
all plotted.
we live in a day and age where people just swear they know. People swear they
I'm just ready
You
to
know.
see what the first song about to be about. Like, what you gonna talk about?
Stir the pot. Stir the pot.
I mean, he could talk about
what's he
some.
gonna do?
I guess he could talk about his time while he was in there.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you know.
He gonna do a
everybody-
song with Kurt Franklin.
Not just
That man
like
gonna change
Glow.
his name to Young Jeffrey. young Jeff.
Young Jeff.
That's funny though. Like,
That is
nigga,
crazy.
you a gangster and your name Jeffrey, nigga. But,
That's what's
Nigga,
good
don't
about
come to
it.
me.
but yeah, Young Thug is free. So Atlanta and many others are definitely rejoicing. So
Definitely.
we will see what the first track is. You know, Gucci dropped first day out the Fed, so we gonna
Hey, but
We
his
gon-
shit
we
was
gon-
hitting
we
though. Shout out to Gucci.
we gonna see what they do. All right, well let's jump to our first topic. Let's talk about the current state of the AOB and Tennessee State University.
AOB.
AOB.
Man. So they have an interim president who's
Yes.
came in and just started
Sweeping.
canceling everything.
Yeah,
You're
Ronald-
canceled. You're canceled.
Ronald A. Johnson came from, I think, Kentucky State, and he's the interim president. And basically, put out a report: the financial status of the university is not in good order, and therefore they have to make swift actions to correct it. So, there's been a lot of layoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people who used to work there, and it's bad. People are really like nervous
Left
because
and
they
right.
just don't know
Head on the swivel. Head on the swivel.
if their job is secure. But unfortunately, in these cases, especially if you had this experience in corporate where you might be a part of a company that's struggling, and someone comes in and they're a fixer. In order to fix things, they got to cut out a lot of
Dead weight.
a lot of fluff. So yeah, that's what's been happening. Enrollment is down apparently, but honestly, I feel like that's just
I feel like that should be normal.
that's a result of it because
I mean, first off, you can't even confirm and confidently say you have housing to even be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Housing is always a problem. Why is that?
Because the thing is too is like a couple years ago people complaining, oh, there's no housing, and then now people complaining, oh, enrollment's down. It's like
It's like, what do you want?
But I think about when we was at TSU, like everything was smooth sailing.
Yeah, no.
No.
I had no issues. Wait, hold on.
I didn't have any major issues.
I did have one issue.
No major issues.
I didn't have major issues.
But my issue didn't start until like maybe, what was that, my senior year?
Mm-hmm.
That's when House of God
Oh yeah.
started opening up.
Stayed in House of
I
God.
fucked up.
Shout out to House of God.
Hey, but actually that was slick lit though.
No, it was not.
House of God, like talking about right on campus?
No. House of God was down the street.
Down the street from the apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about you know where the hole is in that building right there.
You talking about United Methodist Church?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but that.
Yeah, the only housing issue I had was my last semester when I just kind of had randoms for roommates, but luckily it was Kyle who played trombone,
Okay.
my boy Runzel, who I knew somewhat, and then this other guy I ain't know him, but that was like the
not
only
actually random.
But like normally when I request roommates, like I got them.
Got them.
Yeah.
I
So that was the only major housing issue I had.
That's that spoiled shit.
I mean, things were just taken care of.
Yeah, and it seemed like enrollment was just enough.
Yeah.
It ain't seem like it was too many people.
Like, I'm just trying to understand what system they had enrollment to dorm ratio. Like, what are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Well, they have to account for the people that's going to fall off, and they want to make sure they still have every room filled because they know people are going to fall off. Like,
Fuck them.
they have to account for that. Like
First come, first serve.
that's the gray area.
You pay your housing deposit in a timely fashion. Cool. You are on the list first.
It's more so like, oh, if you don't come, it's okay. We still got
Right.
space
It's
for the
okay.
next
We'll
person.
still hold this until 2 months, and then we purge.
Look, I like the size. Okay, you're not walking around talking about some excuse me. You don't have to do all that with the issue.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's definitely.
Yeah, it's sad to see because like we just have to wait it out. You know what I'm saying? We have to. Things get bad before they get better, right? So we're gonna look back on this and be like, yeah, remember when the teacher was going through all that, but we're gonna be in a better place
Exactly.
moving forward.
I really want him to do like some type of. I'm so corporate town hall meeting shit, but he needs to
For
give
the
us a
alumni?
plan.
So they did do that.
Okay.
And they even like I think it's a video about the plan, but yeah, they did hold a town hall and all that. So
Where are the
Okay.
financial breakdowns?
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, apparently it was broken down and stuff like that.
But it's like not the band, sorry. TSU have done so much. They have like did certain paintings on the wall, murals, drum major murals on the wall, and just painted over that shit. So it's like you spent money
To get it.
then spent more money to erase it. Should just left the shit as it is, unless you have to have like maintenance, to keep it looking good.
It was dusty.
But hey, that's outside of
I
my
didn't
contract.
like it. It needed
Yeah.
to go anyway. I'm sorry. I need something brighter. That was a really dusty mural. Love y'all.
So yeah, that's the current state of the university. It's just a lot of. It's just pretty much low morale right now, but once again, it's just one of them periods where we have to get through it.
I'm only gonna be patient for like 2 years.
Then what you gonna do? Tell them.
Then we need to like get together. Alumni need to come up with something. Have a
Get together
meeting.
now.
Yeah, probably
So,
now.
I'm actually glad you mentioned that. We actually need the alumni more than ever now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we heard-
Especially in regards to the Aristocrat bands.
The golden child of TSU.
So it's crazy. Like I said, during our time, we had it good.
We had it real good.
Word on the street,
Real good.
I'm not sure if it's true. This is what I heard.
I heard.
They don't even get stipends no more.
Stop it.
No, I just found
No
that out.
money?
Wow.
I don't even think they stay long for real when they go to spots.
No extra days.
No
little vacay days.
Yeah, essentially like just
did we really have that?
Just
a few times here and there we would stay a little extra. Random throughout the years.
Sometimes we would go leave on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, to perform before we get on the bus to come back.
We'll leave on Thursday, but we come back on a Sunday.
Oh yeah, true.
We'll probably stop at a high school or something, but for the rest of the day we'll be free.
I'm just saying we working.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this always work except St. Louis.
St. Louis, we did have a free day.
Yeah, like St. Louis, the bus drivers didn't even drive nowhere.
They didn't have to.
Because all our events were walking distance.
They were walking the streets with us.
Yeah, them folks was kicking it.
You walk down the street at nighttime, you see the bus drivers hanging out at the ball.
Where y'all going?
And we got like 180 that trip too.
Man.
Yeah.
Pocket.
180 and fed.
Right.
And that was not our freshman year.
No.
That was a good year for us. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Stipend wise.
Yes. Good
Hey,
stipends.
listen, just know when I especially when I play at the Capitol.
Boy, dues was paid.
But yeah, the band is definitely struggling. But I heard something else today too.
Oh, no. What you
hear?
heard?
What's the T?
Oh, they don't even have buses no more.
Oh.
Whoa.
Wait, what you mean?
Well,
buses?
I know they did away with Wise coaches or Gray Line and went to Wise. So now there's just no
charter
at all.
buses.
No buses at all. Matter of fact, well, I don't know this part to say it's for sure because I didn't see the AOB truck out for a Saturday game.
Oh, dang.
For them to load.
That truck.
I saw a U-Haul though.
Well, just due to cuts, recently, there was something posted in the TSU family group chat, but then it was removed.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, so
screenshots happened.
So yeah, so if it's true, then a lot of the transportation was no more sophisticated ladies, no more
as a whole, no more sophisticated ladies as a whole.
No,
the coach.
That's right. Okay, that was on the list.
No more drum major instructor.
Did we need one?
My thing is, wasn't the drum major instructor the same as the announcer?
Oh yeah.
So,
but I mean, I believe he still works at the university.
But yeah, that's true.
Because he's over the wellness center.
But he was getting paid to be the drum major instructor?
That I'm not sure. So mind you, we haven't verified any of this.
This is right. It's just he say, she say. Right.
But yeah, pretty much it's even when they were supposed to go to play Southern, even Southern dealt with a situation where the promoter pulled out, and it just didn't happen. So it's kind of unfortunate, but even the university isn't treating the band with the
we're the golden child that we are,
with the duty and care that we're used to.
Right.
Because even now, I hear they're part of student activities. Not the music
see,
department.
and that's the problem.
And that's
the problem.
That was weird to me.
And that started the downhill.
Yeah.
We were
just
own.
on the music department or something, right? No, we shouldn't be part of student activities. That's going to cause problems. There's barriers in student activities. We didn't have barriers. Now we got barriers.
Yeah. So, as alumni, especially the Alumni Association, I mean, we can support. And
we can.
Thank y'all who paid dues so far. You're still able to pay them. They're only $50 for the year. You actually become financial with the university too, so you get a 2-in-1 deal. So not only are you helping the association, but you are helping TSU as a whole.
So do it.
The National Alumni Association chapter. But yeah, I mean, look, we gonna stick with them. We gonna support them. So
yes,
whatever we can do, whatever you can do, we definitely need you.
I had this idea.
What's up?
I just kind of thought about it. I was driving and I saw this basketball team. It's college basketball team. And they was sponsored by some restaurant or something. And I was like, what does the AOB have to do to be sponsored? What type of status do we have to get sponsorship?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that too, because that's basically if we ain't gonna get the money from the university, then we need to get it from someone else.
Exactly.
Right.
And a lot of because it's all about a mutual like benefit. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, if I'm a sponsor something, then I want something from it too. And if
Of course,
like just knowing the band,
it's like an
you know,
even
people-
trade. You know,
People love the band, and if my name is attached to the band with whatever I'm selling, it's a win-win.
exactly.
Now people, the band by okay, word. So you know, it's something that's we've been looking for, but you know, we'll have to do more research and see how we can actually acquire that.
Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully that puts us in the right direction.
Because even still, dealing with a university and the bureaucracy of
Right.
it. Let's say there is money, but now the university has to decide
Where it go?
where it go.
See, it's not like high school where you can like. I think you can become a 501, something like that, like a
Nonprofit.
nonprofit, and the
Yeah.
band can raise funds that way by being sponsored. But this is different. This is collegiate level.
But once again, you can support the alumni association because we're not a part of the university. So
It's
if
true. Free
things
riders.
happen, you know, we can
Step in,
support it versus
support, play
having
money.
to go through those channels. So yeah, but hopefully it gets better.
Yes.
I just hate it for them now because I just know how my experience was. And
Right.
I
just
feel
wish that
bad.
they could experience
It's the
that.
same thing. Like, we want you
Exactly.
to have the same experience as we had.
Yeah. And shout out to Larry Jenkins. I haven't
Larry
seen you in
J.
a while, but shout out to you. I hope all is well because
Hang in there, bro.
yeah, like I haven't seen him in a while. And I heard he was sick during homecoming, so I hope you're feeling better. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anything else on the current state of the university and the AOB y'all want to share?
Brokey. Like that, I mean, that's really one word I got for it.
But also too, that brings up the whole, you know, how we owe so much money from the state.
Yeah. And that's part of it, what we
Yeah.
need. And that's probably what would get us out the red. You know, like I just look at this like, oh my gosh, I just think about my high school, and of course they're struggling. You got these kids who need water donations, and then I see the AOB asking for water donations.
Like what?
And I'm just like, what?
And you thinking like, wait,
What is
Like,
going
what do you mean
on?
y'all need
how do we even
Gatorade?
get to this level?
Right.
Found
Yeah.
out they got to go to the game in shifts because they
going to
can't
the game in
afford
shifts, it's
enough
wild.
buses for the full band.
On
And
rotation?
let alone like we're Grammy
Award
winners, so
2 times.
you would think we can get a little extra something, but you know, I'm always keeping high hopes, and you know, of course, life be lifing, but money is available. We'll definitely donate. Everybody should donate.
Yes, keep donating. Extra if you want to. Ain't no harm in doing extra. It's okay.
Yeah, listen, we accept gifts at any time. Gifts, donations. But yeah. But anyway, let's switch gears. This is completely a whole different topic, but
What we got?
what kind of parent do y'all think y'all will be? And so for context, all of us in here, we don't have kids, right?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, so none of us have kids, so
Do y'all want to know our ages?
Whoa.
No, never mind. You don't need that.
we're in our early 30s.
That's enough right
And,
there. Yes.
Yeah, none of us have children, and well, of course, do y'all even want children?
Oh,
For sure.
see, it's a 2-part.
Okay.
The crazy thing is I had like a whole plan for myself. Have kids by 25.
Yeah, I
Told
had
my
the same
mom,
plan.
told my mom at like 10 or 12. I want 4 kids, mom. She's like, 4? Yes, 4.
You
Tiffany.
got it.
Yeah, for me, 3 is like my magic number.
I think because my mom had 2, I'm cool with 2. Boy, girl.
See, for me, I was the only child, so it's like
Oh,
I wanted somebody. I want my kids to have somebody to play
somebody.
with.
Well, see, I was a baby, and all of my siblings are 10 years plus older than me. So technically, I was the only child, but I got siblings.
What does DC Young Fox say? You got a grandmother?
A grandbrother.
Hey, but sometimes it be like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
mom. Some folks like, yeah, I got a sister. She's 20 years older than me. I'm like, huh, what?
Yeah,
The men be
look,
marching.
Like,
My oldest sister is 50. Yeah, she's like 54 or something.
you
like
got a
that.
grand sister.
Man.
Slick.
For real.
My oldest niece is older than me.
Yeah, because
All right, you
she's
showing
a
your
grand sister.
age.
Yeah.
I was born an auntie. Okay.
But even that's funny when the family dynamics is funny because you just never know. Like and at times I've was involved with older women, but our moms the same age.
Oh.
So it's like,
I mean, but it was true.
It's like, all right, big sis. You know what I mean? Like you can't try to son me. There's been times where like my mom be older than their mom. I'm like, your mom a little fast.
No, really.
But
I literally just found out my grandma was like 15 when she had her first kid.
Oh yeah, I mean, back in the day, it was normal,
But it's just like, you would think that your parent would tell you that story.
No.
My mama had kids at 15 years old. Don't you go around getting pregnant. Da, da, da. But like, I didn't hear any of that. And I also, wasn't just fully in a rush to say, well, first off, 15 is too young anyway.
Yeah.
But then, shoot, these bills. And then looking at other parents, I think we are learning what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's actually touch on that. So for our peers who are parents now, what have you learned just through their experience? Because, people. So it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I do feel like people without kids can give parenting advice.
I agree because we see a lot too.
Because we're literally seeing it
too.
Just because it's not directly ours. Like I see.
I wish I could see this.
How you parent and the results. Because I have friends who were different age ranges, right? Like I have friends who are like in their mid 40s and they have teenagers. But they spoil them, and then they mad, and then I'm like, well,
what's your fault?
You let them do whatever the entire
you literally
time.
enable them, and you get mad at what you...
You could have put your foot down at some point.
So,
but
I don't know. Yeah.
I think a lot of, like, yes, I feel like we can make the advice, but we have to go about it the right way because you don't want to come off as condescending towards their parenting.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, what they're going to say is, do you have kids? And the answer is no.
Yeah.
So you just have to, like, kind of tread lightly with that. But there are things that I've seen out of parents. I'm like, I probably won't do that. Like I don't think I would ever just smoke with my kid. I'm sorry.
No.
Like I'm not going to smoke with you now. We can drink when you're 21, but I'm not about to do all the extra stuff. I'm not your friend. And I think that's what a lot of our generation has like tried to make sure that they do, like, oh, I'm not going to be strict on my child. Like my mama was strict on me. And now you want to be friends with your daughter who's spoiled, who's mad, and like just skipping school left and right. Next thing you know, she going down the same path as you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
See, I'm not going to say that I had a very great childhood, guys. Like I have a attentive mother and a semi-attentive father, because all fathers are semi-attentive.
Shout out to Mama D.
Right, Mama D.
She's still at BOA?
Yeah, no, she is at Truist.
Okay.
Truist Bank.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that's what they do. They hop.
So, I always said growing up, I was like, I love my mom, but I do not want to be the type of parent my parents are. Like, ever. I want to be.
But you had a great childhood.
I did have a great childhood, but I mean, I'm not going to go into the details of the strictness of my childhood, though. So
why not?
Because y'all seen me freshman year.
Yeah,
remember? No.
All right, we gonna say it. We gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, when I first met you, you seem pretty zipped up.
Very zipped up.
This goody two shoes right here.
I'm thinking
zipper all the way up to the top.
Especially, I'm like, do you know what we about to go through?
Do you not know?
I really thought that. I'm just like, ooh, this gonna be.
If anybody was leaving, it was her.
Like
y'all thought I was gonna be shook it. But see, what you missed is my daddy African. You can't shake me.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. Why are you running? Why are you running? You deliberately disobeyed me. Answer me.
Just add a little African accent to that, and you are very accurate. Okay, because it wasn't no playing with him. Talking in school.
Not go with this in practice.
No, like I would get in trouble for the smallest things. Let me not speak to somebody in church, and they'd be like, "Oh, Pastor, your daughter didn't speak to me today." Or I'm like, I know I spoke to her.
Okay, so you coming
I
from not
spoke to
only
her.
just the African's perspective, but a PK
That
perspective.
too, an African
That's
PK.
like a-
so it's like
that's like a
double
double whammy.
Yeah. So,
Sheesh.
yes, I zipped up.
Just
lifestyle.
so y'all know, she bad as hell now.
I ain't. Blame them TFU folks.
But you know, I do like this Maryland today.
I don't know.
I'm chill,
'Cause
y'all.
see, this Maryland right here,
I don't be wilding.
I'm just gonna keep it. She be wilding. Okay.
In what manner?
I mean, but to me, Maryland wilding ain't really wilding.
Exactly.
Nah, but
You gotta
it
think
is
about where I
wilding
came
when you
from.
think about who it is. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You look at, you say, no, not Maryland.
Right,
That's
right.
what it always
not her.
is. No, not Maryland. Like, yes, guys, I can have fun too, you know.
But yeah, I honestly, I had a wonderful childhood. Like, I can't complain. If there were struggles or anything that happened throughout my childhood, I don't really remember. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a growing up teenager with an attitude, so of course you probably gonna get hit in the mouth a couple of times.
Yes, hitting the mouth.
And I probably will hit my kids in the mouth a couple of times because they're gonna have a smart mouth.
And see, that's what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that is what got me in shape. When you say when people say they're not gonna hit their kids, to me, I get like two thoughts. It's like, okay, I understand, but it's the difference between
Oh wait,
beating
when I
your
say not
kids.
hit, I mean
Yeah.
like the
And
slaps
just-
and stuff. I'm not going to
But if I
smack
just
my
real
daughter.
quick
Yeah.
pow right in the kiss
My
in your
mom
mouth,
definitely slapped me a few times.
Man.
Bow.
bow.
If I get smart mouth, oh boy, I bet sure.
But I bet you ain't
Lock
get
my
smart
jaw.
no more, did you?
Not on many more occasions. No.
So
no,
it's
I did
like,
not.
you know, I just look at it like, okay, what you have to figure out the level of discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No, they gonna get it, but
Yeah,
it's just not gonna be extreme.
Yeah. For some reason, I didn't know that you was the only child.
yeah,
Like,
well,
I'm like today years
the
old.
thing about it is like I got two older sisters on my dad's side, and then I'm the youngest. So then I got on my mom's side, I'm the only child.
Okay.
So technically, I really grew up by myself.
Yeah.
When
They
my
ain't grow
sisters
up in the same
came,
house.
they came on weekends. I got on their nerve real quick. They went back to their mama house.
Well, you got some grand sisters too.
No, they actually older than me. But crazy thing is, they ain't gonna listen to this podcast. But they was like, they're born in the same year, 2 different months.
Oh.
Yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Papa was
So,
So was mine.
but like during that time, they had different childhoods that I wasn't privy to. And like I was talking to my sister, and she honestly said, like, if my mom wasn't in my dad's life, he probably would be a whole different type of father, not as attentive. And I mean, you know, like you said, that dads aren't as attentive with daughters. But
or in general, like mamas are nurturing.
No, because I mean, I feel like dads be. I don't know. Dads with a son is. I guess it's kind of different. That's what like a
They
father will
all
always do.
depends.
Well, what I've noticed is it's like the opposite. Like a mama gonna love her son,
Oh yes,
and a daddy gonna love his daughter.
Yeah.
Like for sure, depending on the relationship. But it just really depends. Like sometimes I done seen a lot of sons and fathers. They be having their issues.
man.
Yeah, that's true.
Like daddy don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
cause at least
Seen
with a
it.
daughter, you can be a little gentle. With a son, like nigga, like it's way different.
Shoot, I don't know, man. My daddy yoked up my sister like just pow. You want to skip school? Pow pow pow.
Oh god.
Like it was serious. It got to the point where I was crying, thought that I was about to get my ass whooped. I just didn't know, and I'm scared of whooping. So like,
Oh goodness.
I would cry first and hope they get me out, but it doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
I'll watch my brother get a whooping as a 10-year-old because he had a girl belt on. When he came home from school, he didn't have his belt. My mama got mad. She whooped him bad.
Wait, a girl belt?
Yeah, because he I don't know if they was had gym or some shit, and he didn't have his belt. He had somebody else's belt on, and my mama whooped him with that belt that he had on.
Well, on one hand, it's like, why
That
you
was
not being
peaking.
responsible? But then,
That's what it was,
I
not
don't-
being responsible.
yeah, I remember my cousin got a whooping just for playing with Barbies with me, and I
Ooh.
felt so bad for him.
Oh, my
But it was like, hey, you got your whooping. I didn't.
Generations, man. Generations.
But yeah, I honestly, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things that we could talk about, but you just never know till you there. Like, your daughter working your nerve all damn week. Here come Friday. You getting on my nerve. Nigga, you been working my nerve all week. Now I got to pop you in your mouth, like, and now you gonna be quiet. But it's just, I mean, it's something about black folks. It's like,
I mean, we have trauma as a people, so
like
Yeah.
you start yelling, you gonna get your ass in check.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
yeah. I mean, I had a decent childhood. You know, single mom, but she loved me.
She did.
You know what I
She's
mean?
lovely.
Loving grandma, aunts, uncles. You know, like the love was there. Like looking back, we were kind of sheltered, but I'm thankful just looking back because you know, I'm glad I wasn't exposed to certain stuff early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly,
That's what I'm glad about.
Like, band probably saved a lot of people's lives or whatever extracurricular activity you do.
Like,
Some of them.
Like, all the sexual stuff, like, I'm glad I wasn't exposed to that early because that would have probably just distracted me, altered me. Probably would have had a kid or something by now. But, yeah, grew up watching Cartoon Network, Disney, Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
you can catch me
we
every
played
Friday.
With toys, like we was able to be
Disney
kids.
Channel movie at 7:30. I was
go
there.
to Toys R Us, play with the Beyblades and shit. Like
sure would.
I was a kid.
All the Barbies.
So y'all was just good. Y'all slept all through the night.
And literally, it's funny.
Y'all didn't watch Adult Swim.
No,
so we didn't watch Adult Swim, but not BT Uncut.
I didn't do that
until probably like high school.
Oh
wow!
So,
okay, crazy. I started watching BT Uncut like in middle school, but it would be on some.
You heathen.
I mean, it'll be on some. I wake up in the morning. Next thing you know, Tip Drill is on my TV.
Would not be on. Let's start there. No, you're in bed.
But yeah, I'm glad that I wasn't exposed to that. And then also too, people talk about how you were raised, but also everyone's gonna be who they are no matter what.
Of course.
So like, I was always that good kid where it's like. Because, mind you, I'm on the South Side. It was a lot of shit happening.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, I could have hung out with the boys doing this. I was like, But because, you know, my family loved me, I was like, well, you know what? I'm not going to embarrass my family like that.
Right.
Let me not do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I always just knew, that's not a good idea. Let me not do that.
It's just something about it, like, in the back of your mind, like, you just know. Yeah. Some things you be like, okay, well, I knew it was kind of bad, but I didn't know it was gonna get this bad.
When people would dip off and stuff during like before games in high school, they would dip off into the woods. I knew they was back there smoking weed, but I wasn't doing that. Okay, I wasn't going back there.
I did that a couple of times, but honestly, I was boy crazy, so it was different.
I didn't do that.
I did skip school, but
for sure.
I like skip school at school though. Like
no, that part.
Yeah, like you know,
I just be at all the lunches. Nothing too serious, but I have left.
Yeah, there's been times where maybe I left maybe once, twice, but normally if I would skip school, it would be at school, and like we'll just walk around and we see administrator, we'll like turn around
to the bathroom real quick.
Shit.
Oh my goodness!
But you know, that was like me doing bad things. But man, you know, a nigga was in a band. I played baseball. Like I had shit to do.
Right.
You got practice.
Our bad things was like, oh yeah, you good. You was good. Like versus other people.
Well, sure, I remember at school where like, cause then you know, think about it, that was when gangs were really
true.
And after school, shit went down.
Shit went down.
And I'm pretty sure y'all had like
distance?
a group of siblings that always fought.
Yeah.
We had this set of twins. Oh my god, they was always fighting.
Man,
always.
I remember in middle school after Hurricane Katrina. And all the folks from New Orleans came.
Yeah,
we had a big ass fight in the middle of the field at Freedom Middle School, like big ass fight. It was literally this New Orleans family versus other people who lived here.
But you know what's crazy looking back, because I was upset. I'm like, man, who are these people from New Orleans?
Yeah,
but
they
now for adult brain, I'm like, yo, these folks.
They had to do what they had to do.
They had to do.
Through it.
As a child, it was just like,
really
y'all
was.
just taking up our space. Who are y'all?
right. But now you're looking back, it's like I'm
so sorry.
We slick could have been kinder.
Yeah.
Like, we just, could have been more welcoming.
I was cool with them, but I was like that for a second. And then they came with the hands, and they was like, anger was like 10 times better.
Yeah.
They came aggressive as fuck.
But they were aggressive for a reason.
Exactly.
Like literally, you could mean mug them, and they punch you in the face. It don't even be like a. What you looking at, ho? Like none of it.
Yeah.
No prep.
No prep.
But back to the parenting thing. So a lot of people say that I'll be like they can see me as a girl dad.
I can really see that. You will spoil the shit out of your daughter.
Yes, you will. If I don't do it first.
But she would have discipline though.
And that's the thing with like being spoiled. Like I feel like our generation, most of us, let's put it that way, we were spoiled. But we knew what the hell hard work was. We knew what we had to do to get spoiled, for one. Like, I was telling my niece, like, bro, all you got to do is get good grades.
You know, honestly, just being where we are now, our generation is going to be very distinctly different than was it Gen Z that's after us?
I don't keep up.
Anyway, but because I even notice now, just between kids like 5-6 years behind us, even to like the current college kids, like I think different from them.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and I'm
definitely.
Like, y'all folks don't understand. Like, y'all got an iPhone as y'all first phone.
My nigga, I had the Nokia.
Nigga, I had
that chunk.
I had a Sanyo S1. That shit didn't have no camera on it. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I'll be because it's funny, people think I'm like fatherly now because I'm like serious about things, but I would be.
He's always been old. Don't let him.
That
y'all know this.
I would care, right? Like, one thing that I would strive to do is be present and care, and give you an opportunity to speak. Because I don't want to be that parent where you're afraid to talk to me.
True.
Yes,
you know,
I agree with that.
And I think that's something that we all
Yeah.
kind of struggle with, like just kind of being scared to talk to our parents.
Yes.
Now, granted, there's going to be a level of separation between.
Of course.
Nigga, I'm your daddy.
I'm still not.
Yeah,
your,
at the end of the
I'm still
day.
not
Like,
your
nigga, don't
friend.
talk to me any kind of way.
Right. You could tell me how you
Right.
feel respectfully.
Exactly. Don't be like.
Ain't no crashed out. What?
And if I do have daughters, then I will share with my experience with women, just so they can understand.
That would be very enlightening for them.
It will be, because guess what? After I played Alpha Theta at TSU, I went federal.
We know.
I believe
local,
it.
and state.
I saw him.
Well, you did?
I saw him. That's my brother.
You did? Did you see the change?
Yes.
I believe it.
I was still.
It's something about, yeah.
Just know I had a time. However,
Yeah.
it was all respectful.
It was.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't in bad taste.
It wasn't
like,
messy.
I had fun, and of course, I respect women. So,
Coming from a woman watching my brother, it was very respectful.
yeah, like, I want to know. See, it's all about how you go about it. Because naturally, I'm a private person. So, if I'm going to do stuff, like, the only way you're going to find out is if I tell you.
Right.
Not, oh, yeah, he be in the streets. Right here. Like, no. Like, you're going to hear it from me. But, yeah, if I have daughters, I'll let them
rumors.
know. I'm like, hey, look, I understand you're going to date. But just know, always use protection.
Ew, Dad. I don't want to talk about this, Dad. How would you?
Love yourself. Know what
Right.
you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that's going to happen, but be smart about it.
At what age are you giving this speech?
I mean,
Damn,
I
you're
was like-
15. That's when it needs to start.
Yeah,
You're surprised.
I mean,
you may
damn
have
near.
to say it at 11. That's the
Really,
crazy part.
really 6. Because
I
I
beg
had
your
a crush on somebody
Yeah.
at 6. I told my mom I had a boyfriend.
But see, I had crushes, but all I wanted to do back then was just hold their hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you're
that's
right.
it. Like, I didn't.
I mean, but that
I didn't
was
even know
back
to do that.
But they can see everything now.
That's true.
They can see everything. They know
Times
how
have
far they can
changed.
go now.
Yeah,
They gonna try it.
yeah. But,
Hormones start flowing. They're gonna try it.
but yeah, I'm gonna just try to be a present father, and hopefully I will give that or make it a safe space for my child to even want to talk to me, whether it's my son or daughter or both. Right?
That is a very keen.
And the thing about a
you
lot
keep
of
saying, I love
fathers
it.
is they'll treat their daughter, how a man should treat you. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Now I got this mindset like, whoever my future husband is, they gotta learn how to fix everything, because my dad, he can fix anything.
That's right.
That's my mindset.
Yeah.
And if he don't know how to fix, he gonna find out how the hell to fix it. And I need somebody like that that's gonna be able to like look for a way. Not, I don't know.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff kind of gets lost in. It's funny because we're gonna talk about this in the next topic, but the older generation, you know how sometimes women are like, "Oh, I want a man like my daddy." I'm like,
Oh,
nigga, your daddy born in 1955. I'm born in 93. Like,
We ain't that no more.
we ain't the same. Like, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna be just like him. But
Exactly.
Just know, like, I think as long as you respect. Because respect is really a key issue. 'Cause a lot of people don't be respecting.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, for people who I know who are married, some may step out. However, it's
who are married.
If you're gonna do it, don't do it in public. Like, have some respect. Don't just be all like, if you just out with it, then that means you don't even care about your marriage.
Partner. No, we seen it.
Like, give us something to wonder. Don't be like, nigga, I seen you. Like, then
you go back to your hometown where niggas be seeing you and say and try to do all your dirt. It's like, no. It's like, I mean, first off, be loyal at the end of the day, but
yeah, like,
you gotta have some respect.
Just have some coof, just
some coof.
Have some coof.
Because that's the one thing we gonna remember is the disrespect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people claim they love folks, but it's like, do you respect them?
Exactly.
That's key. And once the disrespect goes, and that's when everything else follows. That's when you see the blatant, just
small things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you start noticing all of it.
Because of course we think in our head like, yo, ain't they married? But clearly they checked out or whatever. Right? So yeah, and just be careful who you have kids with.
Mm-hmm. Gonna get stuck.
Even today, I look at certain things now, like in a woman. Yeah, she could be fine. She got some good sex, but she might be really selfish.
Yeah,
right.
So do you have a child with that woman? Like, is she soft? Can she handle?
You walking in the mall, is she rude to kids?
Like, I feel like the thing about women and kids, like, it might, like, when they, when you first get pregnant, all that good stuff, you find out, it seems all happy, flowers and everything. But as time go on, our body is going through different changes. And the thing about the man, they don't know how to adjust to those changes as fast as our body is going. So you have moments where, like, you could be doing some disrespectful shit, and they always, the woman always gonna remember. Like, I've literally, like, had moments or dealt with friends who experienced that. And now they're sitting here going back and forth with their baby daddy over little shit, but you knew that he wasn't a good father in the beginning, or when you were pregnant, you knew how it was, but then you fucked around and got pregnant with him again.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing is that, look, Prof Mac, despite his speeches, them shit's true. Very true. He always said people don't change.
For real.
Like, so you just have to know, and that's for men and women, if you know she's crazy and you have a kid with her and she puts you through the ringer and then you get her pregnant again, what you expect?
And then it'd be like, oh yeah, she crazy, I love that. No, nigga. No. That is a red flag. Hello.
And lastly, do y'all want to get married?
Yes.
Okay. Same. Yeah, I want to get married, because, hell, living alone, this should be a little lonely sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
It should be.
We at the crib watching TV, looking around, just
like damn.
But
at some point, like me being, like the only child, like I said, I used to duck off and be by myself and just be in my own world. That's nice and all, but just having that other person there,
even if they just downstairs, at least I know you there.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we say lonely, we ain't talking about like on the depressed shit. We just saying, having somebody. Just want to make sure people
sometimes
know.
I want to hold your hand.
We ain't depressed around here.
I want to hug sometimes.
Right.
Because today is like, yo, I just wish we could restore it back to the old days where niggas be like, yo, what you doing? Nothing. I'm about to pull up and just not do nothing together.
Yeah.
We just chilling. Like, you just here.
I like that.
I'm here.
Some people, it's like, you got to do something.
But now we got to make plans and shit. I'm like, yo, just pull up.
Right. Just chilling.
I'm the type of person, like, anything is a date. You come over, okay, yeah, we're going to have a date. We about to watch Netflix.
That's a date.
Like, that's a date in my eyes.
Shit,
I mean, or quality time,
yes.
But it ain't an official date.
You know what I'm saying? Like
oh, you cooking, Garrison?
It is.
Okay,
Garrison,
run
what's
to
up?
the store
real quick. Like, we can get some groceries. And, cook. Ta-da. That's a date.
So are you talking about you cooking, Garrison, or the woman?
Well,
Garrison be cooking, bro.
I cook.
I know, but like, I've seen posts where like a man would cook and be like, man, I can't wait to get a wife so I can eat this seafood. I could chill and watch TV. So you really want a wife so you could not cook.
But see, to me, that's like false expectations of the older generation in today. Cause like, yo, like, yeah, I get it. Back in the day, it was like this, but today it's like, yo, there's a lot of men out there who like to cook.
Yes.
Right.
And there's a lot of men who are the, people who cook in the family and the wife don't cook.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the wife just don't do that. Like, that's just not her thing.
I'm just saying, when you go to all these restaurants, what do you see? Male chefs. So men cook.
Yeah. But let's wrap it up with our last topic.
Oh my God.
Older people versus younger people.
I'm old and young.
So it's funny because we're actually in we're in a middle age.
Yeah.
We're old to young people and young to old people. We're literally in the middle, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of hard navigating sometimes. And I can tell you, for me, it's just been very unique because, like I said, I have friends in different age ranges. So, like, imagine me friends with a 45-year-old, right? And they have kids, maybe, a couple years younger than me, but they're, they have the parental and child relationship, but with me, I have just the friend relationship. So I see their parent in a whole different way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I see them in a
That
whole
makes
different way.
sense.
They say anything, I'm just like, well, you should think about it in this way because us being friends, they really give insight, right?
Right.
And it's funny too because like it can get just very interesting because it can be a friend where they might be in their early 50s and they have a son that's like my age, right? But like me and the mom just kicking it as friends, but the son like, nigga, who is you? But I'm just like, yo, that's my friend,
Right.
But
I'm not smashing your mom.
but they don't
They don't see it
see it
like
that way. But I'm just like, yo, like
We're
my
just
friend.
friends.
Just
bro.
friends.
Like,
And it's
just
been
kicking
on
it.
like your line of work, like you just meet people, you become friends with different people
Yeah.
in different age groups. Do y'all have a different? Do y'all have friends of different ages? Like,
I mean, wouldn't call them friends, more so like associates, but still, we conversate.
Yeah.
So,
I got friends that's older than me, like in their 40s and have kids and all that. And the conversations are so weird sometimes, but then it also kind of level set just a little bit.
Yep.
yeah,
Because they're able to give you a little bit of wisdom, but then they also understand where you're coming from. They're like, girl, don't do that. You just do this. And it's like,
You get
okay,
insight
great.
from both directions. They get insight from you get insight from them.
but
Honestly.
honestly, that's the key because they need to have a friend that's younger to understand what it really like. Because if not,
Yes.
it's kind of like how racism work. Like,
slick.
if like we never hang with white folks or white folks never hang with black folks, it's just assumptions.
True.
Yeah.
So we just think certain things, but I always say the way to eliminate racism, just really be friends with.
And you never know, that might end up being like your best
Your
friend.
bestie.
Like, yo, like, you cool. And then they be like, oh shit, like, nigga, you cool. It's just,
We all
but
cool.
the thing
Just
is,
here.
we just don't talk
Yeah.
like
No,
that.
you're right.
In
We
a
don't.
non-traditional setting. Normally it's in a corporate setting where niggas be faking.
Of course.
But-
zip up method.
And my theory too is, if you haven't grown up in an area where it is white folks that you grew up with, like in the same area, then it's gonna be way different. Because with them white folks, you know them because you grew up with them in the same area, so they like know what's up. Because it is some white folks who know
What's up?
what's up versus those who just be around black people every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with friends of different age groups, I mean, I play golf, right? And man, I got some 60-year-old friends. like shout out to my friend Angela. Like, she's 66 years old. Like, I call her like, I met her when I used to work at Regions, but she was like my work mom. But like, we're like legit friends. We play golf, but we're just friends. And it's funny just to hear her point of view because she born in the 60s. So she's a baby boomer. Matter of fact, she's born in the 50s, the late 50s. But
That is my mother.
right, like literally, like my mom is 64. She's like 67. So
Wow.
it's funny. She'll call me sometimes. She'll be like, "Hey, I need help moving this like furniture." I'm like, "All right, here I go." You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, all right. And it was times where she literally, because she used to teach, and she was a coach here in Nashville. She was coach basketball, so and she actually was inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Cool.
Oh.
But like her players now are like getting married, so she's like, "Hey, what you doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Nothing." So like, come to this wedding with me. I'm like, "All right."
Oh, so you be going to as a +1 and everything.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
cool.
just like, "What's up?"
But I can see why other people be like, "The hell they got going on?" Like, of course, a wedding day, they always look at that as,
Yeah. Like, it can never just be a friend. Just
but
friends.
it's really hard to just even be friends with the
know.
opposite sex a lot of
I know.
times. You have to like just tell it all like, look, there's nothing going on with this person.
Even when you try to keep distance between you on
But
the
you
outings,
know-
it's still.
With networking purposes,
You gotta do it.
you can use it to your advantage because people like couples. They do. It's psychology, right? People
Trust.
treat couples better than a solo person.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend 2020, 2021. So in 2021, we went to New Orleans and kicked it. We met this white couple at this little carousel bar and got to talking. She was like, "Oh yeah, it's Garrison's birthday." "Oh my gosh, it's my husband's birthday too." And then I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" We kicking it. The ladies doing their little thing, and we just like, "Yeah, bro." Like man shit.
Right.
Just,
Wow.
they from Jersey, and because men are simple, like we are. Like we just
Y'all
Garrison
are.
gonna be that dad talking to every fucking body. I know him.
So then I ended up talking to the wife, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you were just so calm and chill. I see why she likes you."
Oh my gosh.
But that's how they do, right?
Yeah.
Like,
True.
even at certain networking events, like it could really just be my friend, but before we go, I'm like, "Yo," like if they ask, just be like, "Yeah, like we're together," because like it's awkward when they be like, "Oh, y'all together," and then you be like, "No," it's like. They're like, okay.
I guess that does make it easier. Just say we together.
I'm telling you because they won't ever know.
Just right.
Right.
Like they won't ever know.
First off, you're drinking. You're not gonna remember me. I'm not coming back
You
here.
don't know my name.
And then especially if we're trying to like do business, because the line of work I'm in, it's about meeting new people. So if my friend is good at working the room, she can.
Good for your advantage.
Especially if it's a couple, then they'll do their little girl thing, and then she'll convince the lady to convince the husband. Yeah, you should do business with. And they're like, all right. Yeah. So it's compared to just doing it alone, it's a lot more challenging. But if you will, especially if y'all like good looking people, because America's shallow people.
Right.
And white folks love good looking black people.
They do.
They do.
They do.
Especially if y'all dressed up.
Dressed up, happy.
Suited and booted.
Oh my gosh, y'all look amazing. And I'm thinking like, yeah, nigga, like
Yo.
But yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. But yeah, with this topic though, the old versus younger folks. So we're in the middle age, right? So what we're dealing with this economy. These jobs ain't loyal. Real estate is high. You lucky you got real estate. But this all started. I was at Stony River early in the week. Met these two sweet old ladies. And I respect the elders. Hell, I come from older people. So,
I think we all do.
well, the older population. Because sometimes, people have younger parents.
Yeah,
but,
you're right. You're right.
and it's funny, too, because, like, sometimes I'm like, yo, your mom is, 50?
Trying to get with that.
I mean,
that's how you be.
Well, shit.
Mama look good.
What she look like?
Okay? She looks
Hey.
great.
But, so we just got on the topic of, just how our generation don't like to work hard, et cetera, et cetera. And I was just explaining to her, like, hey, y'all had it, despite the lifestyle, y'all don't have a good lifestyle as us, but y'all have more tangible assets and things, right? Mm-hmm. And we just kind of got into a debate about that. And I think the biggest issue is that we still have older people working still.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all need to move.
And that's what I told her. I said,
I want your job.
I said, yo, y'all are holding up our spots.
Please.
And I told her, it's only so long we can wait. Like, we wasting out on years of a higher earning salary waiting on you.
To retire.
And you've been eligible for the past 10 years.
Exactly. Go home.
But you just don't want to be bored.
But you can go not be bored somewhere else.
You can work at Walmart.
And granted, of course, in the workplace they have these like, oh, you can't discriminate based off age. But it's like, I wonder who made that. Probably older version. It's probably older version.
Damn, they're 89 years old writing that shit out.
Have y'all seen that show? What was it? Succession on HBO. Have y'all heard of that show?
I've heard of it.
Heard
Seen
of
like
it.
the commercial, but never actually.
Long story short, the father owned the empire.
Everything.
Okay.
And that nigga would not let it go.
He was Lucius.
And he damn near was dying, wasn't he?
Yes, he was elderly.
Yeah. And like
But
his
he wouldn't let
family
it go.
was like, and that's when families started getting all
Right.
vindictive.
Yes.
That's when they start plotting against your ass.
And he was supposed to leave it to the oldest son, but he was just like, man, I don't know.
Oh, the son wasn't fit.
No.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, but I just say to say, because this is actually going to be a future episode I'm going to do. I'm going to actually sit down with a baby boomer.
Ooh.
And like, we're going to
Ooh.
debate about just what they got it and like what we're facing.
You
Because
have two of them at least.
the thing is, they're talking from a privileged perspective. They already got their house.
Right.
Like their house already paid off.
They have they
Shit was cheap as hell.
Like,
They already got a pension. They
Right.
already got Social Security waiting on them.
mm-hmm.
But then they telling us to just work hard.
Like y'all get a check.
Like y'all don't understand what we have going on around us as we work hard versus what y'all had going around y'all when y'all worked hard.
Y'all work with 1-2 jobs.
Y'all
And
1-2 jobs, 99 cents a gallon gas.
Right.
We over here almost at fucking $4.
Stuck with that job for years. Went up in the company. Now you got your 401k. It's all nice and juicy. Okay,
But you still want to keep working?
You still want to keep working. You and our way.
Man, I played golf with this one guy. He was 6 years old. I mean, he looked pretty good. Like, he was, black don't crack. But he was like, yeah,
No, he didn't sound like that though.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, graduated from Texas Southern. I started working for GE. Worked there for 32 years. Got a pension. I was just like,
Nigga, go.
like, nigga.
Hell,
Like, you
retire.
just want one job.
And then get mad because the young folks not like doing enough. Like, y'all lazy. If you
not
retire,
lazy.
y'all can
Do you see the
our
world we live in?
benefits.
Right, like the jobs really aren't as attractive.
They're
as
not
it was
as
back
they
then.
look.
No.
And even people back then with modest jobs still own houses. Mm-hmm. But
Can't keep up with the
That
price
was-
of living, staying in one place for 2 years. We have to move to get more money.
yeah,
Keep moving to the next job.
Next location.
yeah, and it's just I just feel like they are, they just can't relate, right? Like they just simply can't relate because of just the circumstance, the time, and yeah, like we're not workaholics because it doesn't benefit us to be a workaholic anymore.
No.
Like maybe if we had good jobs that had pensions, oh yeah, shit, nigga, I'll be working every day. because at least I know at the end of the tunnel I have something.
I have
Yes.
something waiting
But
for me.
now you work your ass off.
working
Next
to
thing you know-
build it.
Next thing you
Like-
know, a job can be like, hey, everyone meet up.
Gotta
So
let some of y'all
we're
go.
eliminating this department. You be like,
Whole department. And
And
now,
laying off people who already been working 12 years.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's tough.
my company just had layoffs a couple of months ago, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, whew,
Yeah.
hold your breath. Hold
saved
your
by the
breath.
bell. For
Yeah.
real.
So it's just tough, and we did agree on some points, like we did, because I even asked her. I just said, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for your home? And she said, oh, I paid $120.
120. And how many? What was it? 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath house.
Man, she had it wasn't one of these little tall and skinny shits.
Not tall and
The tallest skinny.
Yeah, they all around Nashville.
Yeah, we seen them.
Yeah.
We seen them.
I got one here.
When last time y'all been in Nashville?
Last
Year
year.
before last. Well, what was it last year?
Last
Was
year,
it
homecoming.
Yeah, I bet
Oh.
y'all see a lot of
Yeah,
Yeah.
we seen them.
No, every time.
every time.
And it's like-
even for me living here, if I don't go somewhere in a month and right down the street, hey, when
What happened?
when they put this shit up,
That airwalk, boardwalk, whatever area.
Broadway, the
No.
Fifth and Broad.
No, it's like a river or something.
Yeah.
Why is it nothing but apartments just going for at least half a mile? It's just apartments, going straight up.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
But the issue too is there was an article a couple months ago They're building all these apartments, but the apartments even that are built, they're not even occupied. So they're like empty buildings.
So why
And
are they
that's
still
my
building
thing with
them?
like construction period, real estate period. Like you sit here and you build houses, you build apartments everywhere, and the shit is not selling. Can we fill one up first? Or at least like, you know,
Do they
I
not?
get trying to be proactive because you never know what's going to happen in like 6 months.
But see, the thing about it is Nashville was like booming, but what goes up must come down, right?
Everywhere.
Like what goes up, like, because people aren't going to forever come somewhere. Like that's just not going to be the case.
No.
And yeah, they kind of had too much dip on their chip where, and they already had like 20,000 more units expected to be built, like already projected.
What in the world?
So what's going to happen is going to be good for renters because guess what? Nigga, you need us.
Right.
Yeah.
Like y'all got
So
all
now y'all
this,
got to lower the prices for me.
and I don't know, it could be some potential.
Do they not want people to get homes anymore? Do they
So-
want people to settle down? Like,
Well, the issue is, so what I predict going to happen in Nashville is all these little tall and skinnies, and just me working at the bank and seeing who was coming to Nashville. Mm-hmm. They were a bunch of single or married white folks without kids, right? A lot of them. That was the most sort of demographic. But what happens when they want kids?
They will live in that apartment.
Well, no, they gonna get the hell on.
Shit.
They gonna leave, and guess what? Now, and this is my projection.
all right, so then what?
It's gonna be all these tall and skinnies because who wants to live on top of each other when you're trying to raise a family?
But honestly, like you
people
got to
love
think
it.
about where these people are coming from. If they coming from up north and they come
Down
here,
here,
and
they
they
love
see
it.
a bigger layout of this tall and skinny place, oh yeah, we can have maybe 2 kids running around
Yeah.
here for a
They
second.
wouldn't mind. This is like their giant apartment.
And that's what that's what they do. Like,
So the issue too is that because I know someone who does own a tall and skinny, especially. So it's a community lot, right? So you don't technically own the land.
right.
So if you want a fence, you have to get it approved. And even people living in these,
Damn, they got HOA, don't they?
even people living in these like condos that are like it's one building, but they might have retail space.
At the bottom.
bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have to deal with, because they have parking decks, right?
Yeah.
But they also have other space available. So a company
retail.
can come in and buy, let's say they buy half the parking lot. You know
Now
what I'm
you
saying?
ain't got nowhere to park.
Or it's like it's different now, and they have to share the utilities with the commercial space. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's out of your hands sometimes when it comes to that mixed use.
That's not great. See, this is why
Real estate.
get a home, standalone, single family, yard, space, acres.
But the issue is that, unfortunately, since the whole housing market crash, 08, 09, whatever, they haven't been building homes at the rate that they were prior to. So that's why it's a shortage.
Yep. And
So-
they just building everywhere.
So now, anytime housing is built, it's going to be a high demand.
Yep.
And high demand means
More money.
More money.
high
High
prices.
interest.
Money, more.
And luckily, so the interest rates, they're probably going to taper down now because the Fed finally reduced rates, but it's just going to be difficult.
So you think more people are gonna buy and the interest rate is gonna go down?
Yeah, because I think about during the pandemic, money was super cheap. So of course, when inflation hit, the Fed, they had to raise rates to
Yeah, they
kind of
did.
cool it down, but that kind of lasted a long time. Because think about it, rates went up. Well, shit got expensive in summer of 2022, and they finally cut rates a couple months ago.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was
You say
like
a couple of weeks ago. Like,
a couple months ago. So yeah, prices or inflation is finally going down, but it's just gonna take some time.
The interest rates are going down.
Yeah,
Price of the homes
it's still
going up.
So yeah, even the rates at 3%, but 3% of $1 million.
right.
Right. You still coming out
Right.
a lot. So
I'd rather
it's
pay
just-
4% of 200 than 3% of $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's
New house in Atlanta, 1.2 mil.
a townhome,
1.5 mil.
300,000.
what's that town you on in Atlanta?
I'm in Covington Conyers area, so
So
like
the outskirts.
outskirts. It's really just like getting on the come up. Like they, as soon as I bought my home in 2021, they started building townhomes every fucking where, and just raising them up as much as possible. I spoke to a real estate agent. As soon as they sell 5 homes, they go up 5% on all the other homes that they have left. So it's like you have to get them in
so
real quick.
You have 100 homes and they sell 5. It's going up immediately.
It's going up immediately.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have a condo or you have a standalone, like a single family dwelling?
Tall and skinny.
Yeah, like a tall and skinny. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably like the best thing.
How much did you purchase for?
Okay, so it was $233.
Oh, that's good.
But it started at $220. So I already was behind as far as the houses across the street, $270, $250, same layout.
So even in banking, and honestly, I feel like black folks need to work in finance so they know how to work. But even when I worked, because I was in banking from 16 to 22. So in 2016, rates was cheap. You could borrow money, like rates like around 3%.
That's real cheap.
And then even during the pandemic, it was like 2.5.
Oh.
And then I seen that shit spike. So it was hard to borrow money, but yeah, like 230 is not bad because in relation to here, how many square feet?
Shit. I want to say 1,500.
Shoot, 15 here, you're probably looking at 4, 5.
But
like at least.
Crazy thing is now 1,500 square feet there, it's like almost 350.
Yeah.
And they still building.
And that could be
but they're not.
The
and that could be the house across the street. And they're not like selling like they should because
the rates.
Shit, yeah, right. Shit is high. But you know, during the pandemic, folks was saving up. Them stimmies was coming in. Thank you, Biden.
Only 3 stimmies.
Hey, them stimmies came in and saved me. Got me the fuck on. Like,
I ain't gonna lie though, like when it did happen though, since shit was shut down, hell, you just
ain't had shit to do. Yeah.
You just sat on it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. Older folks
would never understand, and we probably would never understand
what y'all
people
went through.
Yeah, what y'all went through and what younger people will go through.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna
Technology
understand.
gonna keep changing. You can have the best tech job ever.
And then tech gonna take your job.
Because we have AI now.
Yeah. But I will say there's an opportunity because technically the baby boomer generation is supposed to be the biggest wealth transfer that we've ever seen. So all the people born in the 50s, 60s that acquired shit, they got to pass it on.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope it goes properly because,
Right.
you know, black folks.
Yeah.
and just minorities or people who just don't know, if they don't have their shit in order, then it can get a little iffy.
Fully in order.
Which is why I do what I do. So, first of all, folks need life insurance.
Yes.
Amen.
First and foremost.
Even if you think it's like,
even
if you think you don't need it, you need it.
You need it because you're gonna die.
But what's
like,
crazy is
like you're gonna die.
You are.
So like you're gonna need it.
Yeah, but people like our age, we don't think about that shit. But it's people our age that are dying, so we need to have our shit together too.
I have a local news app on my phone, and every day I get a notification of someone dying. Every day, fatal crash on I-65. Fatal crash on I-24.
Dead.
Gunshot wound North Nashville. You like?
Now, did any of those 3 have insurance?
But also, you can use insurance. Don't always mean death.
Right.
You can still use it while
Aren't
you
you
live.
supposed to use your life insurance while you're alive too?
You can, but you know that's something that we can talk about. Reach out to me.
Yeah, because I really ain't know that. So
Yeah, like it's
like not during your life. Like I always thought.
you can. It's a
little process.
But see, the thing about it, the parents say, "Oh yeah, after something happened and you don't make it," like
yeah. I mean, it's twofold, right? So I always tell people the best insurance policy is the one that's in force whenever you die, whether it's term, whole, index, universal life, whatever's in force. When you die, it's gonna pay out. That's the best one because as black folks, we've pretty much experienced when we dealt with a death and they didn't have life insurance.
I've only seen it
And
2 times this year.
And that shit is stressful because now we got to sell shit to put your ass on the ground.
Because funerals are expensive, people.
They are.
Like,
But while we're still young and healthy, you're literally buying money for pennies on a dollar. If you could pay $50 for $1 million death benefit, you know, granted, of course, if you do die, then you win. But if you don't win, I mean, if you don't die, then over the total amount of time, you might have put in about 20 grand.
It's still pennies on the dollar to what you're getting.
20 grand compared to $1 million?
Right.
That's
And you just never know, like, what's left, like, because nobody knows when you're going to die.
Literally.
No.
And you think about, like, oh, I got all this debt. All that will assist with that. Like,
listen, it solves problems, right? Like, it solves, you know, clearing up debt. It solves estate, you know, liquidity. Like, we need money now to pay for shit. And then it solves the problem of, you know, if you're married, then that's income replacement.
Right.
Because people
All
don't
the debt you leave
like.
behind.
Do you want to mourn and just be off and you can figure it out later, or do you want to mourn and then have to go to work next day?
Yeah, I take option 1.
Yeah. And also,
Option 1, please.
just as us as a people, we gotta think bigger. Because I always see, oh, I'm gonna get a little policy. Let me get a little 20 grand. No. Let's get more.
right.
Let's get $500,000, million, whatever. Like, let's.
Yeah.
Of course, there's calculations to see how much you really need, but let's think bigger because that's the easiest way to pass on wealth. If I had a choice between getting a house or life insurance money, give me the life insurance money.
Yes.
Because it's tax free.
I was just say it's tax free.
And also, well, the house is cool, but let's say the house is like beat up and I got to put some work into it.
Right.
Into that.
And now, the hell, that shit costing me money versus,
Making some.
yeah. So it's like, you know, but we just got to have our,
on your will. You leave it to me on my will. That don't help me.
we just got to have our stuff in order. Like, I'd rather have insurance money and a house. So,
Slick.
you
I mean,
know,
give me both.
Best of both worlds, right? But yeah. Anything else before we wrap up?
Donate, please.
Yes, please. If you've marched in a band, in the Aristocrat band, you can donate. $50 is the annual dues. You can pay via PayPal at AOB Alumni 1999. The Venmo, the Cash App is Aristocrat Alumni, AOB Alumni, and then the Zelle is also the Aristocrat Alumni 1999, I believe. If not, I'll put it in the description, but that's how you can donate. We update our ways of paying. I know PayPal's a little old school. You know, niggas ain't got PayPal like that.
They don't.
I mean, I do, but
I mean,
it's still
look,
old school. Though.
I mean, look, we do, but it's funny now because PayPal didn't seem old when we was younger, but now it's an old person thing.
It is. It's like
So-
AOL.
All right. So, but yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Yeah.
Let me know how the game go.
course.
You going to the game later on?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah,
to
we
the
gonna
game,
go.
Slide through.
I mean, once the all the shuttles get there
right.
and the band set up.
Yeah,
we'll be
I'll
there.
definitely update so I could report on the next pod. But I'll be at the NAACP gala tonight. So
Oh, that's gonna be
Suited
great.
and booted.
You got a date?
Yeah.
You going with the older woman?
yeah, I'm a +1. I was
Okay.
invited,
Okay.
right? So literally went to the Maxwell concert. Was in like a little suite, and then like a week later, like, hey, are you busy? I'm like, no, I'm available. I got an extra ticket. I was like, all right,
Okay.
I'll be there, because you know it's good to be in a room with certain people. So
Yeah, and that's gonna be a great room to be in.
exactly. So I look forward to it, and I'll be at the Titans game tomorrow to see the AOB. So
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be great.
They got a new field show as they presented on
Really?
Instagram.
you know.
Child,
I
that's
think
a
it's a
block
gift
T.
and curse with social media because it's just so crazy too. Because we marched the band from like I mean, it was like 13 years ago, but the fact that they have a video uploaded within an hour or two,
I
Yes.
know.
Remember, we had to wait and find like a quality video.
Right.
Man.
So we had
If
some
somebody
videos
recorded it.
that was some bullshit.
No,
like
straight up.
them angles was bad. But now they got the perfect angle for every song.
Yeah.
Perfect. Zoom in.
The video not grimy.
HD.
4K.
Like you gonna see that one person that better not.
Third
Not in our
person
band.
view. First
Exactly.
person
Horn
view.
down. Not in this band.
But I do remember when they used to play the little DVD. Hell, Miss Talon Allen had the little boom mic and just the camera.
They did. That big camera too.
That's it.
Not that little camera. That
That's
big
it.
camera.
That's it. So it's definitely possible.
I mean, really, just media people back then anyway. They were still at the top. It was
Because,
not nowhere like it was now.
what was that? Tape Master?
Tape Master.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tape Master.
Shout out to Tape Master.
Yeah. But anywho, thanks for listening. Once again, we appreciate you listening. AOB alumni, we need you now more than ever. So till next time, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.